What is up, car addicts? In this video I'll be top speed drag race testing the new Benefactor Krieger versus the top 10 supercars. Keep in mind that this track is perfectly flat, therefore the results are not the same as testing it in the city or on a highway where the speed is different. All cars are fully modified. Also, as newer cars release, the positions of these cars may change. If you're wondering why certain supercars are missing, that's because they were too slow to make it into the top 10 list. The timestamps for each car will be in the pinned comment, where you can select exactly which race you want to see. I'll also summarize the results and provide my overall opinion on the car at the end of the video. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so according to the testing on this perfectly flat track, that places the Benefactor Krieger in 3rd place out of the 42 raceable supercars currently in game. That is right behind the Deveste Eight, which is in 2nd place. The race between the Krieger and the Emerus is very interesting. At the start, you can see the Krieger's better acceleration allows it to jump ahead of the Emerus at the start, but then the better gearing of the Emerus allows it to catch right back up again to the Krieger. The differences between these two is mainly the gearing. The Emerus and the Krieger both lose speeds when they shift into their last gear, but then go back up to their appropriate top speeds once they overcome that last gear, which is kind of like an overdrive gear. The Krieger hits that last gear first, which is why the Emerus pulls ahead at first. But then once the Emerus hits its last gear close to the end, the Krieger is already overcome its last gear, which allows it to win in this comparison. However, if this race was longer, the Emerus would be able to overcome its last gear and be side by side with the Krieger by the end, which would mean they will be tied. So they both virtually have the same top speed. Now when it comes to the car in 1st place, the Tezeract, keep in mind that this is only the fastest on this perfectly flat surface. On any other city road or highway or normal road, where the road has imperfections, it slows down dramatically due to the slow handling flags it has. So moving along to acceleration, the Krieger has insane acceleration for being a non-electric car. Here's a comparison against the fastest accelerating supercar, the Cyclone, and you can see how close the Krieger really is to it. Usually any race against a Cyclone, the Cyclone disappears and then the car eventually catches up to it, but you can still see the Cyclone there. It's not really that far. So, to sum up this video, if you want to have the best supercars for racing in every situation, I recommend having the Krieger, the Emerus, and the Deveste Eight. Those are really the main 3 you need to be competitive in almost any supercar race. So yes, the Deveste Eight is still relevant in some stunt races with more intensive speed sections like tubes and stuff like that. As for the choice between the best all-rounders, the Krieger and the Emerus, you are safe picking either one, as they both put out similar performance numbers both in a straight line and handling around the track and all that. So the choice is yours whether you want the Emerus, which is a rear-wheel drive monster, but is not very easy to drive, it does take some skill to get used to, or the Krieger, which is all-wheel drive, easier to drive, and can match the performance of the Emerus in almost any race, but it cannot match the cornering speeds of the Emerus, which the Emerus can take corners at higher speeds, but you need more stable roads where there's less bumps and stuff like that to be able to take the corners faster. If not, you have to slow down extra. And even though the Krieger can't take corners as fast as the Emerus, the acceleration, once it comes out of the corner, just catches right back up to the Emerus again. So the acceleration really makes up for it. So again, it really just depends on the race you're doing that will make one slightly better than the other and vice versa. Anyways guys, remember to keep in mind that these positions of these cars may change as newer cars release. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.